Maybe he wants it. Void, void. I was up in the tower and I spotted a few people in trouble down at Backpackers. Put the call out over the radio for the South Rhino to respond to it.
Yeah, South Rhino, you're onto that, obviously.
And there was a bit of a pause.
When no one responds, Harries believes the call must be for him.
I have to say it again, I didn't pick that up that well.
In turn, Mouse is led to believe Harries must be in the South End buggy.
I was just letting you know we're watching what you're watching, those two guys.
But Harries is positioned in front of the North Flags, helping a member of the public find his bearings on the beach.
It looks bad, but it isn't bad. It's, you know, it just kind of goes off the shore. Yeah. I don't know. I'm looking at guys that look like they're semi-drowning, eh? They are very, very bad right now.
You know, I started to get worried, like, what's Harry's doing?
I said, Mouse, what's the location?
Backpackers, 2 guys. You're going to have to go in for sure, I reckon. I'm up the flags.
Did I say Harry's or did I say South Rhino?
If Harries isn't in a southern buggy, then who is?
Eventually, I realised
Got that boys down the end?
it was actually Ryan that was down south of Backpackers.
Ryan doesn't realise that Mouse is referring to swimmers directly in front of his position at the South End buggy.
Straight in front of you, 2 guys, backpackers.
Until Mouse makes it crystal clear.
Go. Everyone going.
I would be lying if I didn't say there's a little bit of panic because you've missed something and, you know, you don't know how long they've been in trouble.
There were 2 patients, a girl and a guy, and the girl was furthest out.
Do you want to go down south? I might have to back him up here. Yeah, copy.
I look out and I see a guy, and he was a non-swimmer.
He's just on the shore. He's so close, but he's seen throw his hand up there. Got him, baby.
Harry's thought I was talking to him and he was up here, and then they just went from bad to really, really bad really quick.
This guy literally could have touched the sand within 30 centimetres and he couldn't do that. I know people drown in bathtubs, so I knew I had to frantically get out there to him before he drowned.
A member of the public swims to help.
I thought the call was for Harries when, yeah, actually it was for me.
Senior lifeguards are continually looking for ways to improve the service.
It is quite easy sometimes to miss stuff, and that happens in every workplace.
Good work, Ronnie. Yeah, baby.
Lifeguards fan out across the beach, communicating on radios.
You have binoculars on this swimmer just right in front of us.
Communication on Bondi Beach is probably the most important thing that we've got.
It's pretty simple. The problem is identifying. The tower communicates to the beach.
There's 4 or 5 people out the back there.
Oh, it could be
And there's a response. But if a message doesn't get through, people can drown. Midday, and Jethro heads in for a rescue at Backpackers Rip. Then Harrison identifies more people in trouble further south.
Bondi, the south corner. There's a couple of guys holding onto a board out the back.
But Mouse is unresponsive.
Mouse, did you copy that? Once I heard him on the radio, I didn't really get a reply back or a confirmation. Mouse, hello, Mouse.
With Jethro in the water and Mouse not responding,
Can't see your radio.
Harrison turns to Kerbox,
Box, can you hear me?
who is at the other end of the beach.
Yeah, copy, mate, on my way.
With both Jethro and Kerbox in the water and Mouse uncontactable on the radio, no one's available for a new group of swimmers who are getting into trouble.
Mouse. Mouse. say.
Finally, Mouse realises the problem with his radio.
Yeah, I'm on it, Harrison. Sorry, mate.
The swimmer in trouble at the south end is running out of energy.
If communication falls apart on the beach, we got a loose link in the chain. Serious problems can happen from that.
Mate, it's chaos out there. There's actually about 5 people in trouble.
Take the board and I'll do you.
While communication's been down, a volunteer lifesaver has saved the day.
Yeah, by the time I got to this poor guy, he didn't have much left in him.
I guess the lesson learned from this whole radio incident is just to always be aware of your line of communication. If, especially in those moments where there's a lot going on, if you haven't heard something on the radio, check your volume.
Jake was on the jet ski and I was in the tower and Mario was on the sand. We had a swimmer that was in bad shape and going under, and the call was made from Mario to direct Jake to pick up the patient.
Jake, can you come back, please? Come back here, the middle set of flags. Here.
I start calling Jake on the ski, and he wasn't too far from where the swimmers were getting adrift.
Jake is having trouble following Mario's directions.
Here, in front of me.
He keeps saying here. He doesn't know where here is, you know what I mean? Like, he can't say here on the radio.
Lifeguards often use the walkway ramps along the beach to identify their positions. First, second, third and fourth ramps are key landmarks.
Me being in the tower, I thought it was my duty to help direct him as best we can. And I sort of came in over the top and tried to help. Jake, if you can just go to...
Yeah, just in front of you there. No side of the flags, here.
With every passing second, the swimmer gets closer to drowning.
Yeah, just tell me where you are. I've been with those people, they're sweet. Here.
Yeah, I said here, so he couldn't understand where it was.
The problem has already drawn in 3 lifeguards, then another.
Mario, 4th ramp. You're in front of 4th ramp.
Mario's got to learn to go by ramps. Anyway, Mario had said to him a couple of times over the radio, here, and Jake got really confused.
You got to give me a location, Mars, so I know where you are. I said north side. Nah, you didn't.
I'm a bit pissed off at the moment.
Finally, Jake locates the swimmer.
Mario came up to the tower and I said to him, "G'day, Muzz, how's it going down there?" And he was quite annoyed.
Yeah, bro, you pissed me off, bro.
He was really fired up and really angry and just kept going at me.
It was actually the one we called. It was that one over there. On
where he was when I said to him, in front of you there, because he was coming past the flag.
No.
Yeah, I knew where you were looking, mate. I was looking at it. Whatever. You were saying here. You can't say here on radio. He doesn't know where here is.
Yeah, but
he doesn't know where you are.
I know, but you did the same, and then at the end I said no, there. I said on the north. On the north side.
Mate, I said...
And then he went to do the rescue.
Mate, he was heading down this way.
No, I don't agree, bro.
Well, I don't agree either because...
Yeah, so whatever.
There was no one in this hole.
Yeah.
Under the circumstances, we were really stressed. We were really under pressure down here and tempers sort of frayed. And, you know, I think Mario probably needed to vent and I was in the firing line and then, of course, because I was under stress too, I probably vented back.
Are you going to be an idiot, or are you going to like try and see? Are you going to fire up and get angry, or are you going to work as a team here and say?
Yeah, work as a team, bro.
New Year's Day is the most confronting and challenging day on the lifeguard calendar. It's no time for division in the service.
Get over it. I said to you, I explained it to you just then.
Idiots. No, I'm not.
So I was sitting down south corner with Maxi on the Rhino, and I glanced across down to the next rip and noticed 3 heads in the water. So I said to Maxi, we should probably go down and have a look at these 3. They didn't look like strong swimmers.
Singlets, you're going to have to go in. That one's putting his hand up.
You know, Jesse jumped on and said that there was 2 people out the back.
Yeah, sorry, Jess, the ones in front of us, mate? Yeah, copy. The one out the back put their hand up.
Yeah, copy.
Obviously, you go for the person out the back first.
Where? Further out? Out there, out the back. There's one out the back.
As lifeguards communicate, their message becomes confused.
As he was heading out, Jesse kept saying, out the back, out the back.
Maxi, tell Singlets to go to the one out the back.
Yeah, Singlets, out the back, mate, out the back.
No one's sure just how many swimmers are in trouble, or even if they have missed someone.
Are you all right?
I got out to the patient, and the patient was, you know, in a sort of, I guess, a real struggle. And I could hear the megaphone from the beach, which was Maxi, saying, "Singlets, go out the back, out the back."
Singlets, keep going out, mate. Okay, I've got to go for another one. Can you go in with this? Keep going out, mate. Can you go in with this? You all right? I'll be back. I'll be back. You're okay.
I'm thinking in the back of my head there's someone actually going under or underwater out the back of the break.
Hey, Maxi, where's he going?
One out the back that he's trying to get, but the two on the inside. Where did they go?
I got out there and there was no one. So my first reaction was they've gone under.
Maxi, go and get that person halfway out, bruh.
Yeah, copy, mate, copy.
Did he get in?
I don't know.
I'm going down there. I'll come.
Yeah, go down there, Chapo.
Preparing for a possible drowning, Chapo and Jake race down with a defibrillator and oxyviva kit.
I think someone's just gone under, boys.
Maxi rescues one woman and learns it was just her and a friend, who has now returned to shore.
You all right? Is it just one?
I'd left the patient to go out and have a look for a patient that wasn't there. Yeah.
We had a miscommunication, we had a person further out. What did you like that?
I think there was just a bit of a communication breakdown and, yeah, things got a bit heated.
Why would he call out to someone out the back if there's no one out the back?
Singlets was with the person the whole time.
Yeah, no,
I thought someone out the back.
Yeah, so do I.
The whole time, then he goes, "Oh, he's under," and I went.
It wasn't that I spotted someone out the back. There was two people in the rip, and I just said on the radio, "Go for the person out the back." And that's naturally what you do. You want to go for the person out the back.
Mate, he meant out the back, like behind the first person that was in, like the one out the back. That's what he meant, the one out the back.
When he's saying that, Singlets was that person. We're only human, we do make mistakes. Mistakes on both parts, you know, both from the tower and my judgment.
My instinct was to hang with the girl that I had, but, you know, it's kind of like the boys from the beach can see better than you can. And if there's someone worse off further out, you got to go.
Lifeguards are inundated as more and more victims seek assistance.
She's in a bad way.
Their eyes are momentarily off the water when a boy sprints from Southend.
15 to 20 minutes of bad. Maybe he wants it.
Luke and Terry race down. Maxi backs up with a defibrillator. Lifeguards have no idea what's happened.
What's going on?
We're already on the shoreline. Yeah, they've already got him on the shore.
How do we miss that?
What just happened?
Well, what's happened is we've been kind of dealing with blue bottles, I suppose, and everyone's kind of busy or missed something down the south corner.
Who's with this girl?
I'm her mother.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I couldn't get out to her. They were told to stay here.
Maxi monitors her pulse. The girl is in shock and may have taken in water.
Young Lydia here has gone for a swim. She's down here with 9 other kids, is that right? And she's got caught in this southern rip here. And like that, she's not almost drowned.
Mate, just stand by. The chick's stable, we've got her on oxygen. She's a bit tired and a bit of shock, but I think we'll get an ambulance just to get her checked out. She's 13 years old, girl.
So we've blatantly missed the rescue.
In the tower, lifeguards prioritise who to treat.
Mate, can you just go away? We've just got someone drowned and been stung by a blue bottle. Yeah, just have a shower. There's nothing you can really do about it.
Missing a rescue could prove fatal.
Maxi, is that the surfer that's saved them?
Luckily, former lifeguard George was surfing nearby.
Yeah, no, because as we're now, I thought it was a resus for sure. The way she walked, you know.
Because I said she was really panicking. Yeah. I said, "You're all right, darling. Got you. You're okay." And
how far out were you?
But when I picked her up,
just in a little ripper behind here, right?
End rock.
It's our job. It's not a good feeling. I'm not heaps stoked about it.
Lydia, it's the ambulance.
Usually we pride ourselves on what we see, and you know when you kind of miss something, you kind of feel shit out.
Bit of a blowout, you know. It's I've never actually been here, you know, when something's happened like that.
That was pretty close to drowning as I'd like to get. And if it wasn't for the surfer, I'd hate to think how that might have ended up. So, yeah, a big thank you to the board riders at Bondi for that assist.